you up for a Zoom call so I could kind of get to know you and share with you what I'm thinking? And like if you're messaging people in communities like that, odds are they're going to be open to a call. Not everybody, maybe 1 out of every 5 people will be open to a call, but you can really meet people who have that same pre-existing desire for getting more out of life by filtering for them in the right places on the internet.
Because you get that, don't you? People say, "Oh, I'm scared to go to the free weight section in the gym. They're all big meatheads," and you think they're some of the nicest people who are keen to help others and share their knowledge. And I think that's why I love your podcast. Is you kind of take these expert things and you distill them down to actionable steps, and I always get something from every episode. I mean, you've had some amazing people, but you even referred to that in the book about how they're not gods, they're not superheroes, they've just taken action. They've just kept going and going. From all these amazing people you've interviewed and written about in the book, what what are your key takeaways, do you think, about top performers, the one percenters, the whatever you want to call them? What makes them so unique compared to as mere mortals, if you want to call us that?
Well, just like you mentioned, they're not superheroes. They're all just people. And that I think that was a big takeaway for me. Like nothing is as fancy as it seems.
Hmm.
Having spent time with a lot of these big personalities, they're just the average Joe. But what they did do was they persevered a little bit longer. I think one of the big lessons so far for me has been that success and failure are the same road. It's just that the people who succeeded, they pushed a little bit farther. They navigated a few more extra obstacles. They overcame a few more flat tires, right, on this road to success. And they persevered a little bit. Like there is no overnight success. When you think of somebody like Grant Cardone, billions of dollars, the jets, the cars, all that kind of stuff, millions of social media followers, he's in his 60s. In his late 20s, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, he was in and out of like drug rehab and alcohol rehabilitation. And then he worked for 30 years and then he became successful.
Yeah.
Or you think of Stephen Pressfield, who wrote about resistance in his book, The War of Art. He's one of my favorite guys out there. He was not successful until he was 55. He wrote for over 30 years straight without making any money. 30 years. And then boom, now he's on the Joe Rogan podcast like once a year, and on Tim Ferriss's show and stuff like that. But he's 80 years old. And so that's the thing is like if you continue to persevere, you take feedback from your failures, you make small iterations, but you continue to persist, you will achieve success. And that's what I've found from all these people. It's just the compound effect. It's just consistently working in the same direction, collecting feedback, making iterations and improving. That's what I've found out.
Because that's a big thing that you put in the book about compounding small wins, about how that you use these things and how to bounce back from mistakes, how to use your success buddies for accountability.